Hello, my name is Nicole Nichols, and I am the Instructional Services Librarian for Wake Campus Libraries. I typically work at the North Campus, but of course, at this time I'm online everywhere. So today we're going to talk about how to find some resources for your upcoming paper, your illustration and definition paper for Miss Manis English 111 class. So the first thing you want to do to get to the library resources is go up to the left-hand side of the page and click on the libraries link. And this brings you to the library webpage, which is what this looks like. The next thing you're going to want to do is click on the box that says search databases, and this brings you to the list of links that the list of links of all of our databases, and you can see they're in organized by a topic, or you have some of these main links up here. So today we're going to look mainly at NC Live. So I'm going to click on that link. And NC Live is a main source of scholarly material that we have here at Wake Tech. So there's different ways to search. You can either type in some keywords here and do a simple search like this, or you can use the advanced search feature. So that you can see everything that's in NC Live. I'm just going to do a simple search for right now. So I'm going to type in, I think my topic that I want to work on is social media and personal relationships. So maybe I'm looking at how social media affects personal relationships. Okay, so as you can see here, we have different categories of items. So you've got your scholarly articles right here, which is probably mainly what you're going to be interested in. Then you've got some news articles right here. So these are popular news articles that are not peer-reviewed. They're by journalists that just do some research on the topic and write and interviews and write articles about the topic. Even though these aren't scholarly or they're not peer-reviewed items, they might be good if you are looking for real-life examples of the types of things that you're going to be illustrating in your paper. You've also got some ebooks here. Sometimes some videos will pop up if there's a relevant video on your topic. It will display that here. If there's any relevant journals or magazine or publications that are present in there, then they'll be here. And then if there's any specific databases that might be helpful, they're going to be displayed here. So I'm just going to go into the scholarly articles just to show you how to navigate within those. Okay, so as you can see, this topic is a pretty broad topic because we have over 90,000 results. So one way to narrow those down is to look at the filters on the left-hand side and use those settings in order to limit the amount of resources that you've got back. So the first thing you're going to want to make sure is that this full text online is checked off. That ensures that you have access to articles that are the full article and not just a citation or an abstract or a summary of the article. You also want to make sure that scholarly and peer-reviewed is checked off because, of course, this is going to mean that the articles that come back from this are going to have gone through that peer review process that ensures that they're authoritative articles. Mainly you're going to be interested in journal articles, so you're going to check that here, but there might be other content types that you're interested in as well. So if you want to click on more, you can see all of the ones that are available for the topic that you're currently looking at. So we've got some magazine articles, a few book chapters, and so on and so forth. So if you are wanting to click on those, you can look at those as well. Publication date. So depending on your topic, if your topic is scientific in nature, your publication date might be a little shorter. So 5 years or less for scientific topics. If your topic is more along the lines of social sciences or history or something of that nature, then you can have a longer publication date. For the purposes of this, I'm going to go down to 5 years. Okay, and then one of the most important things to do is to set your discipline. So if you click on more right here, you'll get a full list, And all of these represent the different types of journals that these articles are coming from. So right now we have articles coming from agriculture journals, chemistry journals, education journals, chemistry journals, but that might not be helpful if we have a topic that's more specific. We want to think about what types of journals could we be most successful in finding the type of information that we're looking for. So since we're looking at a topic, we're looking at social media and personal relationships, it might be useful to look in some social sciences journals. It also might be helpful to maybe look into some psychology journals to think about, the mind and maybe how social media has an effect on the mind and then in turn affects the personal relationships. Um, and I think I'll leave it at that. So I'm going to apply those four. And so now, once this comes back, now we have only articles that are coming from social science journals and psychology journals. And as you can see, the number of articles that we have went down drastically. We had over 90,000 when we got started, and now we have a little over 9,000, which is very helpful. The next thing you might want to do is adjust your subject terms. So if you click on more here, you'll see the full list of terms. And again, you're going to want to think these terms represent all of the topics or the words that are mentioned in these articles. So this is a way that you can really narrow down to what you're looking for. So if we're looking for social media and personal relationships, let's see if they have a term for social. So social networks, maybe that would help. Maybe they have one about, let's see, let's see what else we could set up here so that we could get maybe some good results. Maybe communication might help. So with this, you can check off as many of these as you'd like to. And when you get done, I'm just going to leave it at those two. When you get done, just click the apply button. And now it's going to weed out all of the ones that don't apply. And so now we're down to 927, which is still a lot of articles, but it's much better than when we started with over 90,000. So we see this first article, personal relationships in the digital age. Once you get your final list, all you're going to do now is look through it and see what looks interesting, to see, just, what might be helpful to your research. So this first one looks like it might be interesting. Social interactions and interpersonal relationships. It doesn't seem like it's mentioning anything about social media. So this one that it mentions digital age, so that makes me feel like there might be something in there about social media. It was published in 2018, so it's pretty recent. So that's another sign that it may be more along the lines of what I'm looking for. And it says that it is about social media right here. It does mention social media. So this one looks like it's going to be a good article. So I'm going to click on that. Okay, so once we get to an article, the first thing we're going to want to do, so of course this is how it looks when you first click into it. There is a tab that says abstract. If you click on that, then what you're seeing now is called the abstract, or it's a summary of the article. So if you take time to read this, it will save you a lot of time from reading. The academic articles can be rather long. This one doesn't seem like it's too long, but sometimes they can be upwards of 50 pages or more. So if you want to save time, you can read this. It will tell you everything that's in the article, and from reading this, you can decide if this is a good article to use or not. So once you decide upon that and you say, I want to continue to use this article, full text PDF, if you click on that tab, that will get you back here, and you can use this button here to download a copy of it, or you can use the little print button to print a copy of it. You can also do that from here. You can download a copy of the PDF from this button, or print it from this button. If you wanted to find more articles like this, I always recommend to students to use a great article in order to find new articles. So you can use the reference page. So you see this tab says references. It's got a 30 in it, and when it goes to that page, I can show you what that 30 means. So once you get to your reference page, you'll notice that some of the titles are in black, but like this one here, this one is in blue. Any of the blue links are links to articles that we have. So the blue links are references that were from this article that we have access to. So this is a good way to look through and see how many blue links there are that you can maybe use in your work as well. Also, the other related items on the side here are very similar, so that could be another place to find more sources. And then finally, once you need the citation, you can click on this Cite button up here. You can change this to the citation style that you need, so more than likely you're using MLA 8th edition. I caution you to not just copy and paste this and put this in your paper. Please make sure that you go by the ILC, or that you set up you use your manual to check through this manually. Because this is computer generated, sometimes there may be a few glitches, so you do want to check it out so that you don't get any points taken off from from your teacher from just putting this directly in there. Always just use this as a starting point and not a finishing point for your citations. And then finally, if you want to be able to find a way, it's very important to, be able to get back to your articles once you need them again. So I recommend using this email button. If you click on that, make sure you click on Bibliographic Citations, but go ahead and put your email address in here and your name. And I suggest putting a clue in the subject line that tells you what this article is about, and then when you click continue, it will send an email that has a PDF copy attached of the article, and a link, a way to get back to the article if you need to. And so that's a good way to keep up with the articles that you're that you're using, so that again, if you need to, you can reference them again. So that's a short take on how to use these resources. If you have any questions at all, you can email me, Nichols, Nichols at waketech.edu is my email address, and I would be happy to work with you. I'll give your instructor my contact information as well, and she can pass that along to you. You can set up a research appointment with me if you want to sit down one-on-one through a video meeting to do that. So thank you for listening to this video, and I'll see you soon.